Hello students. In our last video, we saw human nervous system and its two parts, central nervous system and peripheral nervous system. We also learned in detail about central nervous system. Now, in this video, we are going to know all about the peripheral nervous system. As the name suggests, it is present in the outer region of the body, that is, its periphery. The main function of the peripheral nervous system is to connect the central nervous system to the limbs, organs and skin. It essentially serves as a relay between the brain and the spinal cord and the rest of the body. Unlike the central nervous system, the peripheral nervous system is not protected by the vertebral column and skull, which leaves it exposed to toxins and mechanical injuries. Students, peripheral nervous system is formed by the nerves arising from the brain and the spinal cord. Single nerve is a long cylinder-like structure with multiple nerve fibers enclosed within it. Thus, one single nerve is made up of bundles of nerve fibers. A nerve fiber is a cable-like structure made up of neurons, especially their axons. It conducts nerve impulses from one part of the body to another. The peripheral nervous system has mainly two types of nerves. These nerves arising from the brain are called cranial nerves, while nerves arising from spinal cord are called spinal nerves. In humans, there are 12 pairs of cranial nerves. Some of the cranial nerves are sensory, while some are motor nerves. These are responsible to control different motor and sensory functions in the body. Sensory nerves take impulses or signal from sense organs to the brain. For example, auditory sensory nerves which takes audio signal from ear to brain, while motor nerves control movements of muscles. For example, optic motor nerves which innervates the eye muscles, muscles of iris and tear gland and control their function. Nerves arising from spinal cord are called as spinal nerves. There are 31 pairs of spinal nerves. They carry messages from spinal cord to organs and from them back to spinal cord. Each spinal nerve has a dorsal sensory root and the ventral motor root. The direction of impulses in the dorsal spinal root is towards the spinal cord and in ventral spinal root away from the spinal cord. Students, do you know we can further classify the nerves of peripheral nervous system based on how they carry messages into three parts. First, afferent nerve fibers. Second, efferent nerve fibers, and third, mixed nerve fibers. Afferent nerve fibers are responsible for transmitting messages from sensory tissue and organs to central nervous system. They are also called as sensory nerves. Efferent nerve fibers are responsible for conveying messages from central nervous system to the corresponding peripheral organ. They are also called as motor nerves. Mixed nerves are the nerves that perform both the actions of sensory nerves as well as motor nerves. They transmit messages from central nervous system to the muscles of the body and bring messages from muscles back to brain or spinal cord. In simple words, if nerve is made up of sensory neurons, it will be sensory nerve and carry signal from sensory organs. While if it is made up of motor neurons, it will be motor nerve and give signals to muscles. Now, peripheral nervous system can further be classified into two types, based on what type of function they perform. First, somatic nervous system and second, autonomic nervous system. Somatic nervous system is the nervous system that controls the voluntary actions, that is, actions which are under conscious control and requires thinking. For example, running, shouting, etc. It transmits impulses from central nervous system to skeletal muscle cells. The nerves which do this are called as somatic nerves. The autonomic nervous system is involved in involuntary actions like regulation of functions like digestion, respiration, salivation, etc., which are not under our control. It is a self-regulating system which sends the impulses from central nervous system to the smooth muscles and involuntary organs like heart, gallbladder and pupil, etc. The primary function of autonomic nervous system is to create homeostasis, which is the tendency of an organism to maintain its internal stability in response to the environmental changes. Thus, it maintains body under steady state. The autonomous nervous system can be further divided into sympathetic nervous system and parasympathetic nervous system. Both these systems function together to maintain homeostasis in the body. The sympathetic division of the autonomous nervous system is involved in preparing the body for behavior, that is, prepares the body for the fight or flight state during any potential danger. In response to stress, sympathetic division activates the organ like heart to increase its heartbeat, lungs to increase rate of breathing, or skin to sweat more, etc. On the other hand, the parasympathetic nervous system tends to calm the body by reversing the effect of sympathetic system. Parasympathetic nervous system inhibits the body from overworking and restores organ functions to a calm and composed state and establish rest and digest state of body. It slows down the heart rate and breathing, reduces sweating, etc. in order to allow the body to recover from the activities that the sympathetic system causes. You can observe that both these systems send signals to involuntary muscles. Also, they are complementary to each other's functioning, with the sympathetic division acting a bit like the accelerator pedal on a car and the parasympathetic division acting like the brake. Both maintain homeostasis or steady state of the body. So students, in this video we have learned that the peripheral nervous system has two types of nerves, that are cranial nerves and spinal nerves. The nerves of peripheral nervous system can also be divided into three types on the basis of how they carry messages, that is, afferent nerve, efferent nerve, and mixed nerve. And on the basis of functions, peripheral nervous system can be further divided into two parts. First, somatic nervous system, and second, autonomic nervous system.